Welcome to the Safe Money Retirement Show with your host, Tim Wood. Tim is a retirement and income specialist, certified financial fiduciary, and the founder of SafeMoneyRetirement.com. Tim primarily serves Western North Carolina, East Tennessee, and Southwest Virginia, but he's sought after nationally for his expertise in helping people secure their retirements. Mr. Wood is a licensed life insurance professional in multiple states and specializes in working with people who are near retirement and those who have already retired with wealth management, income planning, and asset protection strategies using life, health, long-term care, and annuity insurance products. And now, here to talk with you about securing your retirement, your host, Tim Wood.
Welcome to the Safe Money Retirement Show. I'm Tim Wood, an asset and retirement protection and guaranteed income specialist. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope everyone had a fantastic holiday season, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. I hope it was fantastic, and I hope this is your best year ever. In an effort to continue to make things better for our clients, we're making a few changes with our company, Safe Money Retirement, as well. One thing we're doing is we're moving into a new office here in Johnson City, Tennessee. That's happening right now. And also, a lot of my longtime listeners are going to realize we've actually changed the name of the program. This has been Safe Money Retirement Radio for the last 3.5 years. Starting today, this is the first episode of the Safe Money Retirement Show. Believe it or not, there were a lot of people out there that the word radio was throwing them. So we've just changed it. It is now the Safe Money Retirement Show. You're also going to notice some changes in the format somewhat. I'm going to have fresh content every single week for you. I want this to become a resource for you for what's going on in retirement planning, with taxes, with inflation, with anything. So there's going to be updates all the time, and I'm going to be interviewing a lot of different professionals. I've got a Social Security expert lined up. I've got a member of Ed Slott's Elite IRA Advisor team lined up to do an interview. There's a bunch of different interviews that I'm going to be doing. It's going to make sure this content stays relevant to you and is something that you can look forward to every week to help you plan your own safe money retirement. And if you haven't already got a copy of my best-selling book, right now is a perfect time to get a copy. My book, Safe Money Retirement, Your Game Plan for Success, can explain a lot of these different topics that I talk about here and on my website, SafeMoneyRetirement.com. And the book will actually go into more depth and explain how these products work, how we work with these products, what it means to work with a certified financial fiduciary, and a whole lot more. And we will send you a copy of this best-selling book absolutely free with no obligation whatsoever. Just give us a call at 844-905-SAFE. That's 844-905-7233. Or if you'd prefer, you can just log on to our website, SAFE, S-A-F-E, SafeMoneyRetirement.com. Scroll to the bottom of the homepage and you can fill out a form and get your free copy of the book right now. The topic that I want to discuss today here in the first episode of the Safe Money Retirement Show is gambling. I'm not a gambler at all. My wife and I were just on a cruise not long ago, and we walked through the casino part a bunch of times to get to different places on the ship, but didn't spend a dime in those machines. It's just not my thing. It is for some people, and that's fine. But one thing that I've noticed, and I'm sure y'all know, over the last few weeks, there have been a ton of football games on TV, and that's one of my things. One of my weaknesses is watching football. If you've read my book, you know I talk a lot about football even in the book and how it relates to retirement. And there's been a ton of ads for all the different betting sites because now it's legal in a lot of these states, and there are a ton of ads. I mean, it's kind of crazy. And one of the ads I actually saw, and I can't remember who the actor was, but there was an actor that actually came on and said, you know, it was the whole ad for whatever the gambling site was and blah, 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 and we'll give you all these free credits or whatever it was. And then at the end, he said, make sure that you only gamble what you can afford to lose. And then it popped up a little thing for like gambling addiction or whatever it was. But my point is, even with the gambling sites, they're telling you don't gamble more than what you can afford to lose. In other words, if you want to put $50 on a game and whether you get that $50 back or not is going to have zero impact in your life, that's fine. I don't have any problem with that. I don't do it myself, but I don't have any problem with that. The problem comes when you gamble more than you can afford to lose. That's where the problem comes in. And it really made me start to think about, well, of course, that does make sense that, you certainly can gamble too much. And that got me to thinking about retirement planning, because so many of my clients, when they first came to me, everything they had saved for retirement was 100% still at risk. If the market went down 50%, guess what? They just lost 50% of their retirement. So it made me really think of the correlation. Now, of course, it's not the exact same. Being in a 401 or an IRA isn't gambling. That's not what that is. But you can kind of understand what I'm talking about. You need to determine for yourself, and for each person, it's individual. And that's why I do an individual plan for each person. But for each person, whatever that amount is that you cannot lose, this is what I've got to have for retirement. No matter what, I've got to have this, 300,000, 600,000, 50,000, whatever it is based on your situation, 3.6 million, doesn't matter. Whatever it is that you cannot afford to lose, you need to make sure you don't lose it. I mean, here's your commercial. Don't have money in an at-risk account that you can't have at risk. Don't have money somewhere that you have to worry about losing it because of some sort of a market event or because of something that happens overseas or a political upheaval event. I mean, there's so many things that could happen over this next 12, 24, 36 months. Make sure what you've got to have for your retirement is safe. Now, there's a bunch of different ways that it can be protected. It can be protected and grow with no chances of market losses. It can be protected and turned into a guaranteed income. It can be protected and turned into a long-term care benefit. There's a lot of different things that we can do to protect it. But what I'm talking about today is this isn't gambling, but we're talking about your retirement, and we don't want to be gambling on your retirement. We want to do things in guarantees with top-rated companies that have huge financial backing that are going to be there when you need them to be. That's what we're talking about today. So take this as your retirement disclaimer. Again, a 401k, a TSP, an IRA, whatever, 403b, 457 plan. There's a ton of different names for these plans. They're not gambling, but a lot of the times, depending on how you have it set up, a very large portion or all of what you have in that account could be at risk. Could be at risk for a major, like I said, market event, political event. There's a lot of things that could happen to make you lose what you've worked your whole life to save. So what I want people to really think about today is make sure what you cannot afford to lose is protected so you never have to worry about not having how much you need for your retirement. A copy of my best-selling book, Safe Money Retirement, Your Game Plan for Success, can really help you make sure that you've got a solid plan to protect what you must protect for your retirement. Just give us a call, 844-905-SAFE. That's 844-905-7233. Or like I said earlier, just simply log on to our website, safemoneyretirement.com. Scroll down to the bottom of the first page and you can request either a paperback or a digital version that's an immediate download. In closing today, I want you to keep in mind that the rear view mirror is purposely smaller than the windshield. Keep an eye towards where you want to go, not towards what's been behind you. Well, I'm about out of time, and I would like to thank you for listening to the Safe Money Retirement Show. If you're serious about your financial future, give me a call, and together We'll get your retirement savings on the fast track to accumulate while reducing exposure to market loss. Thanks for listening, and until next time at the same time, I'm Tim Wood reminding you to stay safe so you can step into a secure future.
You've been listening to the Safe Money Retirement Show with your host, Tim Wood. Find out how to contractually guarantee that your hard-earned money is safe while avoiding market loss so you can have the retirement that you deserve. Call Tim Wood now for your complimentary Safe Money Retirement Book and Information Kit at 844-905-SAFE. That's 844-905-7233. You can also contact Tim at safemoneyretirement.com. The preceding information does not represent tax, legal, or investment advice. Surrender charges apply to base contracts. Optional lifetime income benefit riders are used to calculate lifetime payments only and are not available for cash surrender or in a death benefit unless specified in the annuity contract. Fees may apply. Guarantees are based on the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the insurance company. No information presented today should be acted upon without meeting with a qualified and licensed professional. Obviously, by calling us now, you are just taking the first step towards protecting your retirement. It's important that you read all insurance contract disclosures carefully before making a purchase decision. Rates and returns mentioned on this program are subject to change without notice. Have you recently changed jobs and now you have a 401k or another retirement account you don't want to expose to the risk of market loss? You have worked too hard to leave your retirement to chance. Since you will probably start another retirement account at your new job, why not ensure your old account provides you principal protection, the opportunity to participate in the market with locked-in accumulation, and a guaranteed lifetime income? We can help you roll over the retirement account from your previous employer and identify products that provide the potential of index-linked credited interest while limiting market risk. Did you know that if you're age 59 and a half, you may be able to move money out of your employer plan even if you're still working there? Call us now and ask about bonus options on your retirement money with a fixed indexed annuity. Imagine putting your money on an elevator that only goes up. It might stop on a few floors along the way when the market index goes down, but you won't go back to visit the lower floors. Our phone number is 844-905-SAFE. That's 844-905-7233. You can get your complimentary Safe Money Retirement Information Kit by calling us now. That number again is 844-905-SAFE. That's 844-905-7233.